Right behind me, I've got the 2026 GMC Yukon Elevation. If you guys are new here, my name is Jason and I do reviews just like this here in Canada. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering the different models that you can get with the GMC Yukons, the safety features you do get with the Elevation model, the engine and towing specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing on this. And also thank you to MacMaster GMC here in Orangeville for allowing me to review this Elevation. And I want to throw up the window sticker for this because it does have options added to it. So as I walk around, you are going to notice those. For the different models available, here are all of them. And here are the safety features you do get with the Elevation model. As for what powers this Elevation, it does have the 5.3 liter Ecotec V8 engine, which makes 355 horsepower and 383 pound-foot of torque. Towing wise, you're looking at about 8,400 pounds with the max trailing package, and fuel economy is about 15.8 liters in the city and about 12.2 liters on the highway. All right, let's start off in the front of this Elevation, and you can see these things look pretty good, especially with the chrome bits and pieces. So over on the bumper area here, you've got a bunch of stuff going on. So you've got chrome in the center here, then you've got gloss black right there. You've also got the openings here, which are your active shutters, and in the center there, you do have your front radar system. There's more chrome that stretches across along with these safety sensors in the front, and on the corners you do have the LED fog lights, and even around these you do have the gloss black trimming. And then really you just get into this very cool looking grille area. So this is a mixture of gloss black and chrome. I like the two-tone on this, and that definitely stands out. And even on the chrome trimming, you can see you've got the nice textured designing there. You've got the massive red GMC letters that stick out a lot, and then you got the front facing camera. And then you can't forget about these really cool looking LED front lights. I like the C-shaped look on this, and then you've got your usual lights in the center right there. Also, the lighting animations on this when you lock and unlock the vehicle, it's pretty neat. All right, coming around to the side of the Elevation here, you can see how massive this SUV is, and this is not even the XL version, this is just the normal version. Also, up top, you do have one of my favorite things, which is the large dual pane sunroof here. And then also up top, you do have the chrome roof rails. Around your windows, you have the chrome at the top and the bottom. And then in the center here, you have gloss black. As for the door handles, you do have them in two-tone, which is the body color and chrome. And then over on the side mirror, you do have the body color, gloss black underneath, the turn signals, and then the side mirror cameras. Also on the fender, you've got this nice looking badge here with chrome, and it also says GMC. Over on the side, you've got the large chrome Yukon letters. And even on the side here, you have this chrome strip piece that stretches across. There's also the side steps as well. Now, as for the wheels, you've got these unique looking wheels. I really like how these look. You've got this matte finish going on with the aluminums, and then the red center cap which says GMC in red, and these are your 20-inch wheels. So if I do take a step back, I think they look pretty good with the Elevation here. And also up front, you do have the reflector by the tire. All right, coming around to the rear of the Elevation, the nice looks I think continued. Now over on the bumper area, you do have the black plastic along the bottom, and in the center here, you can remove this little area because this does have your hitch hidden away. And if you look way underneath, you do have a spare tire. And then also back here, you do have the chrome strip that also stretches across. On the corners, you do have the reflectors along with the rear safety sensors. And then you move into the tailgate area here. So over here you do have the chrome Yukon, you got the red GMC, and then the chrome Elevation. And up by the license plate area, not only do you have a backup camera, but also a digital rear view mirror camera. And then you have a bit more chrome in the center, which does tie into these really nice looking LED rear taillights. Again, the C-shaped designing continues back here as well. Now up top here, you do have like this built-in spoiler with a brake light, and then your wiper is actually hidden away, so you get a nice clean look back here. Now something that I like about the Yukons here, not only can you open up obviously the lift gate, but the glass portion opens up separately as well. So if you do want to take things out quickly, you can do that, and you can do it straight off the key fob here. So that unlocks right there, and then you can just lift this and have access to the interior. Now let's go ahead and open up the lift gate. So the button is right here, and this is a power opening lift gate obviously. Now this is a 3-row SUV, so one of the seats or one of the sides is down, so you can kind of get an idea of how much space opens up if the whole third row is down. But I'm going to bring up the third row, so just to give you an idea, if you are using the third row, how much space is actually back here. All right, now that the third row is up, you still have a good amount of room back here to store all of your things or luggage or whatever you're using the vehicle for your family road trips, all that good stuff. You can definitely pack a ton of stuff back here. Also back here, you do have a outlet which is right there. And then you do have these controls, which is for the power seats for the second and third row. Now, for the second row, you can only power fold them down, not back up. But for the third row, they are power folding down and up. And then also lifting up the carpet area here, you have a little bit more space that you can definitely utilize. All right, let's enter inside of the Elevation here and see what this thing has to offer. So you do have a black interior, but there are bits and pieces that do stand out. So first off, down here, you do have space, and in the center as well, you've got this massive speaker here, which is the Bose sound system in this. So chrome on here, and then you've got soft touch here with the contrast stitching. You've got more of the soft touch, more contrast stitching up by the window, and then this beautiful black trimming, which you're gonna notice all throughout the interior. And then chrome here, chrome on the door handle, gloss black around this. So a lot of chrome, gloss black bits and pieces that you are gonna notice all throughout the interior and the exterior on the Elevation model. All right, now let's jump inside. Now I'm gonna jump into the third row first, and then I'll work my way to the second row. So in the third row, I'm gonna show you the legroom, the headroom, what you get back there, so you have an idea. So in order to get to the back, it's very easy. You do have these two latches here. So mainly it is this one right here. I'm gonna pull this up once and the seat comes down. And if I pull it up again, the seat pops up just like this, and then you have access to the third row. So as you can see, it's an all black interior, but I do like how you have the middle and bottom sections in like this perforated look. There's also the contrast stitching, the piping, everything I think looks pretty good on this. And now let me jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom in this. All right, as for the legroom, once you're inside, it is not all that bad, as you can see, and I'm sure this seat can be adjusted even more, but still, I have a good amount of legroom. And what I love about this is that you do have the captain's chairs, so you have all this room to stretch out your legs or even enter and exit from here. Now, in terms of the headroom, look at how much room I have, and this whole thing goes into the roofline here. And for reference, I'm 5'11", I'm wearing a hat, and I have so much headroom in the third row. Now, my only thing back here is the thigh support. It is a little bit lower than what I'm used to or what I like. It just feels like I'm sitting on the floor, but for short road trips, I think I should be good back here. But mainly for kids, I think they'll be super happy. And also back here, you do have your cup holders, some space here, USB port there, and it's the same thing on the other side. I love that you get USB ports on both of the sides. Now, in order to get out of here, it's very easy because you also have this button here, which you can use from the outside as well. So if I just press this, as you can see, the seat goes down, and then if I press it again, the seat pops up. So very easy to do. All right, let's jump to the second row, and I'll show you the legroom and the headroom and what the seats look like. So like I was mentioning, these are captain's chairs, and these look very good. Now, these seats back here do come heated, which is a bonus. You've also got the middle and bottom perforated sections, the contrast stitching, the piping. Since these are captain's chairs, you do have your very own armrest as well, and you can recline these seats, which is pretty good. Now I'm gonna jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, once you're inside, legroom, as you can see, I have no issues, and I'm sure the driver's seat can be adjusted back a little bit more, but still, I have so much legroom. And then in terms of the headroom, same thing like the rear. I'm very happy for the headroom as well. So third row, second row, very good. Also behind the driver and passenger seat, I love how that there's no plastic. It's all soft touch material. Plus you do have these storage pockets on both of the seats. Now over on the rear console area, you have your cup holders with some chrome. You got your heating and cooling temperature control system here, including the heated seats for the second row. You got USB ports, HDMI ports, and another outlet down there. And back here, you do have the entertainment screens on both of the sides. So if I just press on this, it turns on. So on the home page, you have web browser, HDMI 1 and 2, and then vehicle status. So here you can see the speed, fuel range, and trip information, which is pretty neat. You can also connect obviously your headphones or use the cabin speakers. And then you just have these settings sections. So I do like having this in a vehicle, so the kids back here or even adults will be occupied. And then down here you have this nice looking door sill piece in chrome, which also says GMC. All right, let's check out the front in this and see if anything is different. Now, from the looks of it, everything is identical other than a little bit more space at the bottom there. And then you just have your usual window controls, side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat controls. Now let's check out the front seats here, because these are exactly like the third row, second row. So I really like how the whole seat design carries over in all of the rows. And the front seats not only come heated, but they're also ventilated. And then over on the side here, you do have all your power seat adjustments, and then a bigger door sill piece down here. Underneath, just your pedals. Here is the hood latch release. And here you have a bunch of different controls. So you have all your different modes here: exterior lighting controls, trailer brake controller, electronic parking brake, and then you have these controls. So these are your 360 camera. Here's for your parking, auto start stop, traction control, hill descent control. This is your park assist, and then the lane keep. And then even around the venting here, you have gloss black on the vents, and then chrome trimming around that. And even up here, the same trimming you saw on the doors, you have it right here, which is pretty unique. As for the steering wheel, this does come manual adjustable. All right, entering inside, your dashboard is covered in hard material. You've even got the stitching on here. So you got a speaker in the corner, one in the center, and on the other side. Plus this has one of my favorite things, which is the heads-up display. And then you get into your fully digital cluster area here. This is an 11-inch cluster area. And on here, you can view a ton of different information about the vehicle, and all of that is controlled through here. So if I just press this, you can see it changes the whole look of what it looks like. And you can even have a full map view in front of you, which is nice. And yeah, just a ton of different information that you can have easily accessible. And then as for the steering wheel, you have the soft touch material. This does come heated, and this vehicle also has the Super Cruise option added to it. So you do have the bar up here that lights up, and then this little guy here that monitors the driver. And then in the center here, you do have the GMC in red. Chrome is pretty much everywhere on this. And then over on the left side here, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, lower gear, and this is how you turn on the hands-free. And then the other side, you do have your music, Bluetooth, phone controls, heated steering wheel. Here's the cluster controls. And then behind, you do have paddle shifters as well. And if you look on the paddle shifters, you do have multimedia controls. Now behind the steering wheel on this side, you do have the front and rear wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. And then the other side will have your gear shifter. Now over on the center armrest area, this thing is massive. You got even the perforated section in the middle, the contrast stitching, the soft touch material. And opening this up, you do have space in here. And not only that, because this is a GMC Yukon, this whole section moves back, revealing a hidden compartment. And to push this whole thing back, there is a little button right here, which you just press up, and the whole thing moves back, revealing all of this space that you can utilize. Plus it brings the cup holders closer to the second row, and then here you have storage as well. And then moving to the center console area here, first off on the side you have the beautiful black trimming, the soft touch material with the contrast stitching, plus you do have space on the side, which also you're gonna have on the passenger side. Now on here you have a ton of gloss black with the chrome trimming, your front cup holders, you got space down here which is your wireless phone charger and USB ports. And then right below the screen here you have all of these controls, which are your heating and cooling, or you can use it from the touchscreen. Now speaking of touchscreen, here's what this massive screen looks like. It's like a tablet, and this is a 16.8-inch touchscreen. And on here obviously you can view a ton of different information. You have all of this to go through. So first off, you have vehicle status here. So here it's going to display your vehicle with a bunch of plus symbols. So if you click any of them, it is going to tell you that particular piece of information about your vehicle. And then down here you do have the maintenance section, so that's what that looks like. Heading back, you have the gauges, so here are all of them. Heading back, lastly is the trip information here. And then heading back, exiting out of this, you've also got My GMC, Google Assistant, Play Store, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Here are the cameras in this, so you have a ton of different angles. You have the bird's eye top view here. Right now it is facing the rear, as you can see it is highlighted. If I click this, here is the front camera. And then here is the front but the top view, and same thing for the rear but the top view. And then here are the side cameras facing the rear, facing the front, and then your hitch camera. If I go back to this here, I can also turn on or off the top bird's eye view, but I like having that on because, I don't know, it just looks nice. And if I do put this into reverse, your lines pop up here, which you can also change. Now back to here, you also have the trailering section, which you can add a new trailer, use a guest trailer, use accessories, all that good stuff. And then you have your settings, which is usual on any vehicle, and you can customize these as well. Heading back, you've got auto park assist, and then here, like I was mentioning, you can use the climate from here. Now down here you can only control the front, but on the screen you can control the front and the rear. Heading back, you've also got Wi-Fi hotspot, recordings, audio section, map section, phone section, and then you have the controls section here, so you have a few more things, including like the heads-up display stuff. And then you got the entertainment hub, which you can control the rear screens. And then lastly is the news section. Also, on top of the screen here on the dashboard, you have this button. If you press this, this reveals another hidden compartment area. And then up top is your rear view mirror. And if you're paying attention, this is also a digital rear view mirror. And then moving further up here, you have your interior camera here, interior lights, and then you have your third row power seat controls to fold them down and back up. Here is the tailgate opening, so you can kind of adjust it how much you want to open. Here is the center console control. You got your sunroof control, sunshade control, and then the other sunroof control there. There's also the SOS and OnStar. And here's the key fob and what it looks like for the Yukon. It's your usual GMC key. All right, coming around to the passenger side, let me show you what you get on this side. So here's that space that I was talking about along the sides of the center console. And then on the dash here, you have more of that beautiful black trimming, the chrome here, the gloss black on the vents, and then your usual glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker for this Elevation. The pricing you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 GMC Yukon Elevation. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?